Start. Oh shit. Hello guys and welcome. I am in the middle of a stream right now, but in the middle of doing this I thought of a great idea to make a video, so here I am. I'm shadyfarron. I'm a Twitch streamer. I play loads of different games, but right now Assassin's Creed. So what I'm here today to talk about is all the skills. I have just gone and unlocked every single one. Yeah, you can do it pretty easily because you can recycle all your points again and again and again. I'm just going to go through all the skills and, well, I guess, kind of say what I think could work together. And which paths to do. Like, of course, there's the three trees. Bear tree, the raven tree, the wolf tree. Each tree corresponds to melee, ranged, stealth. But in these trees, they're not just like ranged skills. Like this is the stealth tree. That's a bow skill. They mix and match here and there. So, what you start out with is this. Once you get your first 2 points, you can spec them out into anything. You can spec them here and there and everywhere. You don't have to stick to one section. Sorry, there we go. That would annoy me. First skills you start out with is Stomp. This is really useful early on if you can. Basically, you just stomp on someone's face. Really good. It's really good for finishing someone who's just on the ground, which, to be honest, does happen quite a bit. If you then go over to the stealth... Actually, no. I'm gonna do one side first, then I'll go over. Stomp. Then, you have parry damage. Which, if you use a shield, this is brilliant for you. You hold your shield and your parry, and you're going to deal a tiny bit of damage to them and stack them backwards. It's quite minimal, so it's very niche. But overall, decent skill. I just don't know how much it'll help you later game. Dual swap. This is new for this current one. In my opinion, it's not that great. I mean, some would probably disagree with me, but all you're doing is switching which hand your weapon is in, and I haven't seen it do really any effect. It might be an effect that I don't know of, and if anyone knows of an effect, please come tell me. I need to know, because I'm a dual-wield weapon user, as you can see from here, look. I use dual axes. I'm not far into the game, only about 16 hours in. But I use dual weapons. I just don't find this skill of use. Perfect attack. My opinion, brilliant. Great for late game as well. You just, whilst you're swinging, you press R1 again, which is your swing attack, and it will do more damage on the next hit, and then you could do it again, and again, and again. That'll keep damage. Let's say you had 30, 40, 50, 60. It's gonna add up every time, which pretty useful if you think about it. I'm gonna go over here now. Adrenaline Fiend. When you've got one slot of your adrenaline filled, you gain a damage and speed boost. It is quite nice because if you don't use skills that much, you can keep that bonus up for a long time, and you can actually have more than one adrenaline gauge or adrenaline. You unlock them around the tree. I'll show you a couple in a bit. I'm just trying to remember where one is actually. There's somewhere. But yeah, you could have many slots if you don't use skills. Brilliant. Use it. Arrow volley. This is one where it splits into the range tree. So this for the light bow. All your arrows, it will shoot at once. It has a stamina cost, so it's okay skill. But I haven't tested it myself. It could be too many arrows, probably, for like a weaker enemy, but as for a boss, I think it could do a good amount of damage. Let me see if this is going into the range tree or it's still... No, that's the range tree. Go up here. Spirit Bash. I'm not... Again, I don't think this would be used really later on. It's a skill where you run through enemies, it's going to push them to the ground. And if you push them to the ground, you might be able to mix the Spirit Bash with the Head Stomp down here. It could work. I haven't tested it myself. If it works, I could say that becomes useful. But I don't think that's what they intended for it to do. Right. Okay, so this is skill like Assassinate, basically. If you're done a stealthy attack, you can just use your axe or whatever weapon you've got instead. It's nice. If you're gonna do more, if you want for more warrior stuff, this is gonna be nice. And the extra perk I've just read is it will fill one of your adrenaline gauges, slots. Sorry. I could see this being used quite a bit. The adrenaline is quite useful, and if you mix the adrenaline and you don't want to use skills, and you mix it with Adrenaline Fiend, you can get it back quite quick. Especially if you do want to use your skills, you just want to get it back. Over here, Battlefield Cremation. Okay, basically a skill where if someone dies and someone else walks into them, they turn into like a little fire pit. Depends if you're using fire skills. I haven't actually come across weapons which are on fire, but it's probably something I've just not seen yet. I know there's poison skills as well. So that's more for build, I guess, if you want to spec for these elements, which can be useful. Terror. I honestly don't like the idea of this if you go in for your warrior. If you're terroring someone, enemies around you will run away. It's good in small situations where maybe you're low in health, but you kind of just want to kill them all. You want to attack them all. Unless they're carrying and don't run away, which again, this is another one I haven't tested out. So, take it what you will. I only just noticed this one. If you really like heavy weapons, I'm going to actually test this one out a little bit, maybe in a second. I could see this having some good uses. Because it says it alters the stats and handling of each weapon. So the weapons are going to be a lot harder to hit. This just looks a bit broken, but we'll test in a second. I could see it getting some usage if the stat drop and handling doesn't drop too hard. Right, is this still... No. Are we gone... we're still at this side. Berserker Metal. So, if you've got a half-filled... A partially-filled... Partially filled adrenaline, that can drop when someone hits you, and that will actually lower the amount of adrenaline you have. This wouldn't affect it, but only by their first strike. It could be nice if you think you're not going to be hit that much and you could avoid or shield. It could have some good use. Here's one of the upgrade slots I was talking about. I think there's like 3 or 4 of these. Wait, I'll actually check that. 1. Adrenaline, 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 adrenaline. 2. 3. 3. So you can have a max of 4. So if you had a max of 4 and you decided to combo with Adrenaline Fiend, this could be powerful. And actually, I'm going to test that out pretty soon. Because that seems power. So, to the Raven Tree, because we'll go that way round. We've got Stealth Recon. Very useful. Especially early on. If you haven't got many enemies around you and you're doing the more sneaky route, so you can mix it with this tree, you're going to be able to highlight all the enemies around you when crouched, but you cannot be spotted. It has good usage, I think, because you're just going to stay stealth for a while. The enemies aren't going to see you, and you're going to see where every single one is, even behind walls. I kind of like this girl. Well, first enemy you see, you got a bow. It's gonna, you aim and it automatically locks you onto them, and you remain undetected. So again, I think these trees often combine the range and the stealth, because you're going to be a lot more stealthy. Emergency aim plus some of these skills, it means you're probably not going to be detected through a lot of the game, which is quite nice. Another combo. There's a lot of combos which you'll see. Hunter bow, you'll see light bow, and you'll see predator bow. They all do slightly different things. This one makes it draw faster, which is quite nice if you're going to use a hunter bow combo, hunter bow skill set, which, to be honest, there are quite a few. Just useful. I think that could work quite well. Okay, so yeah, if you use a bow tree, definitely want this. When you've used an arrow, it won't break, and you can pick it up from wherever you dropped it. It really just allows you to keep as many arrows as you can, but one thing I would say against this is it's quite easy to find arrows. So that could be a downfall of it. You can just find it anyway, so it just seems like you're wasting it. Bow stun finish. When you stun them. Okay. Just means you can finish off an enemy like the stomp, but at range. Which, okay, that could be quite nice. Honestly, I've not really pickpocketed anyone. So this is a really niche skill if you don't want to be spotted, I guess. This is another hunter bow combo, which could be quite good, especially if you're using bosses, and you're probably going to be able to one-shot a few enemies, so I think that'll work quite well. Just charge your arrows, you're going to do more damage per one, and you're using 2 of them. Correct. Okay, just to keep your health. This links with the warrior tree. Definitely more useful that way. It's, if you play games like Monster Hunters, it's that kind of skill where you just hit the back and it completely heals you back up. You could really make some bulky builds with that, I think, which is quite nice. Battleground bow. Yeah, I've seen this go. It's interesting. You just run across the ground and throw a weapon at them. I just want to see that. It just looks funny to watch, honestly. Sorry, right? There we go. I think it would be funny to see. Do I think it has much use? Not really. It's good. You get like 1 or 2 kills out of it from like a big fight, but you need to kill someone. They'll have to be close, and I don't know. It could be useful. I just don't fully see how useful. If you want to keep momentum up, this is definitely a good skill. You're running around the battlefield and you just sprint, you'll actually hit them for damage, which, yeah, I'd say does good damage, and it will help you out, especially if you want to keep moving on. Next enemy, next enemy, next enemy, next enemy. This again is another one linked to. I would link that skill, Last Chance Healing, with Grit. It's just gonna keep you alive longer. And I think we are now, yeah, we're on the Raven Tree. Backstab. You know the skills. You know the Assassin Blaze when you go behind them. But now, you can do it with bows. And also with weapons. You're going to be dodging quite a bit. Not so great if you're going to be using shields. Which this guy shows, but he's using bows a bit more. So, it has its use. I think it become pretty powerful if you're a dual wield user or you rely on bows. If you go to stealthy, I don't know why it's in stealth, to be honest. It's the more powerful attacking builds. This I like. If you perfect dodge, it's going to slow down time and it allows you to get a few hits off, sometimes even get a kill. It definitely allows you to, if you've got surrounded like 3 or 4 enemies, and you can perfect dodge even one of them, get behind one, link that backstab, you're going to have a kill. Predator bow skill. You've seen this in other Assassin's Creed games. It's where your bow, you can just aim your bow and you can control the arrow. Great for the headshots. Great for getting like corner trick shots. Definitely got some usage. Adrenaline's not what we've said about them. Chain assassinations. Again, this is good for stealth. You have to get the timing down right, which is going to be interesting. But you get 2 clean kills. Not too bad. It could definitely have some good usage. This depends if you're too lazy to press triangle. To be honest, sometimes it takes a while for them just to get their loot on the floor. So this could be useful if you're just wanting to run through the game easily. Have we done this one yet? No, we haven't. This requires timing. And to be honest, I haven't seen too many enemies that throw things at you, so think of that as you will. It can be funny. Probably have some good usages here and there, but it's here and there. This is definitely if you're going to go the more stealthy route. Basically, become an assassin, become a ninja, stealth bomb, run. Or get damaged, depending on what you want. It's a poison. Yeah, this is the poison version of that fire. It's just gonna hopefully kill them fast. The rolls, I like this avoiding route, the stealth. It's useful. I can see this. Definitely, you've got some uses there. If you just roll over them, you're going to be able to do some good. This helps. So, I think this should have some good usage in the game. Have I done this one yet? Yep. This is to the... Yep. So, I think that's all the trees. As I said, there's a few that I'd mix together. For example, where is it? I'd mix Grit with Last Chance Healing. You're gonna be tanky. If you want that tanky build, those two go really well together. Stomp plus the bash. I want to see how good it is. If it works together, that's powerful. because then you can head stomp them. And if it's a weak enemy, it's an insta-kill, and they don't have a chance to hit you. So, it can have some usage. Then perfect attack, I'd say definitely get that skill. That I still don't think has much usage. But these trees, you really have to just see what will work for you. There's a lot of good skills here. And as you can see, there's a lot of skills. It'll take you a long time to get all these skills. So definitely play around with what you like. And just try them out. That's all I can say. So, that's all I have to say about this. Thank you everyone who has decided to watch. I stream on Twitch, if anyone is interested. I'm streaming this week, which is going to be strange for anyone who watches back, because then they're seeing that I'm making a video whilst playing the game. But yeah, hope everyone enjoys this. If you want to come see more of this, either subscribe to this channel or follow me on Twitch, shadyfarron. And I will hope to see you there. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.